Hello, it's Jennifer from heysealemon. I'm sure you guys know by now that I have a pen addiction. I'm a pen addict. Like this video if you are a pen addict too. I know I'm not alone. I got this huge pack of Jelly Roll pens for Christmas, so I have enablers around me that are just feeding my pen addiction. I thought it would be fun to go through this pack with you guys and show you all the pens in it and give you sort of a Jelly Roll pen haul. Also, thanks to you guys for leaving all your comments on my Instagram post on my pen addiction. A lot of you left suggestions on how to store these pens because I'm kind of in a situation where I have so many that I don't know how to exactly organize them. So I did get a zipped up pen case, which some of you recommended, and I will show you that as well. I'll include links to these items in the video description below, and while you're down there, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new here. I make videos every week, and I don't just make videos about my pen addictions, I also make art and craft and DIY videos, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Alright, let's get into these pens and this storage case. This big box comes with 74 pens total, and there are 6 different types of Jelly Roll pens. And all of the compartments came mixed like this. I don't know if it was the shipping, if the pens just moved around into the next compartment or what, but I really couldn't tell which pen was which, and I also started throwing in my own pens into this box, so it's pretty much a mess right now. The pens within this box are the metallic, 2 different sizes of the classic, 2 different sizes of the Moonlight, Stardust, and Silver Shadow and Gold Shadow pens. Below this paper insert is a color chart, and I started filling in about 3, and by that point I was like, yeah, I don't have time for this, so maybe I'll get to it some other time. But it's nice of them to include this in case you want to keep track of all the colors. It also includes these tips along the bottom, which are helpful too. As I mentioned, I started throwing in my own Jelly Roll pens in this case, so at this point I just couldn't keep track of all of them and I wanted to organize them before playing around with the new ones, so that is the point where I got my case. I found this zipped up pencil case on Amazon, and again I will link that below if you're interested in it. This is the first zipped kind of case that I've ever tried with any of my pens or pencils. So it's called a pencil case, but it can be used for pens as well. It comes with this removable handle, and I just thought it looked like a nice convenient case which I could travel with and keep in my office, and I can store it flat so that my pens lay horizontal, which I think prolongs the life of pens. The material is vinyl, which is made to feel like leather. It does feel durable, but again, I just got this, so we'll see how it holds up. Let me unzip this here. So the first opening area has a left section which is different than all the others. It has a larger elastic band which could hold some larger pens possibly, and all of the other holders are just loops of elastic bands. The inside fabric is sewn to the flaps, and it's this woven material which is really messing with my camera and making a funky pattern. Oh, and I also included a pen in there to test it out. So really there are 6 sections of storage, and I didn't really count how many pens I have, but I'm hoping it will hold all of the Jelly Rolls. After sitting what feels like forever and putting all my pens into this case, they all fit, and so here is the full case. It feels like a big block. It's not too heavy, and I'm really surprised that they all fit into this case. And here I'll show you how I organize them. So this first inside spread, I have all the classic Jelly Roll pens, including the 06 and 08 sizes. And I decided to put every other pen in the opposite direction so that the caps are divvied up like that. Otherwise, if you put all of the caps on the same side, they start to form this weird curved shape and the caps get all bunched up together. So I like to put them in like this so that it creates a solid straight line of pens. On the left, I put the black and white pens, and I use these the most out of all of them. So I put them in front to make them the most accessible, and I do have more room left over in case I get more pens. And if you are a user of Tombow brush pens, they do fit in this case, but it's really exact. Like the width is pretty much the exact same width as the pen. So in case you have these too, they also fit, just so you know. But if they were any longer, I don't think they would fit. And I think what took so long to put all of these pens in is that it's kind of hard to put through the elastic bands, but I do think that they will loosen up over time I noticed a few loosened up while I did this, so I do think over time they will be easier to put in and take out. In the second spread, I organized my souffle pens, which don't come in the pack that I showed you. I did feature these in a separate pen haul if you want to check that out. Now on the right, I have all of the metallics and the silver shadow. And luckily they make separate cap designs, so it's a little bit easier to tell them apart. Then on the third and last spread, I organized all the moonlight pens, which come in 2 different sizes, and they have this little moon and star on the cap. I had a few of these colors already, so I combined all of them, and I really do like them because they're very opaque. On the left bottom, I have the gold shadow, which has a gold sparkle on the cap, versus the silver sparkle, which is on the silver shadow, and then I have above that the stardust pens, which have clear caps and a shooting star. I couldn't finish this video without testing these pens for you guys, so I grabbed a similar color in all of the types, a magenta pink color, and I'm going to do just a quick test to see how different they are. First up is the Stardust, which leaves a slight shimmer glitter on top of the color. You can kind of see that it reflects the light. And now the Metallic, which has a glittery cap. And you can see this metallic is just slightly bluer than the Stardust. It's a little more purpley, and it also has a shimmer to it. Next, I'll try the Gold Shadow, which comes out darker than both of those, but once the ink dries, it dries with this like gold shimmer on top of it. Very much to what the name says, it has like a shadow of gold. It's more like the color is actually the shadow, because the gold really comes out on top. And now the Silver Shadow, which you probably guessed, does the same thing. It has a silver, shiny, metallic finish on the top. It draws out darker, but just like the other one, when it dries, it's really metallic and light. Now for the Moonlight pen, which is in the 10-point size, it also comes in a 6-point size. I think these are my favorite because they are so opaque, and they do come in fluorescent colors too. And now for the Jelly Roll Classic in the 08 size, which is the larger of the two. Judging by the cap, it looks very similar to the Moonlight color above, but it's actually more reddish, and it is more transparent than the Moonlight. Here is the 06 size in the Classic, which is the same color, but in a smaller point size. So here is a rough comparison of all of those pens that I just tested, and it's interesting to see because I thought they would be a little more subtle of difference, but they actually are quite different. I hope to make lots of doodles with these now that they are so neatly organized and easy to find, and I also might try some other pen storage solutions in the future. If there is anything that you have tried, I would love to read about it in the comments below, so do share down below, and hit that like button again if you like this type of video, and be sure to subscribe to my channel, heysealemon, so you don't miss any of my videos. You can check out more pen related videos right here, and I will see you guys next time.